Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is my second time filming this because I did not like how I explained things in the first one. But Merry Early Christmas, or whatever you celebrate, Happy Holidays, you know, the usual. Next week is Christmas and I wanted to get this out before then, but I did 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. I started on November 17th and I finished yesterday, which was December 17th. So, fun fact, the first day, so technically this was 31 days, but Monday was November 17th. I had tried my best to get 10,000 steps, but I ended up at 6,857. My usual steps a day are closer to around 2,000 to 4,000 steps a day. So that already was a higher activity level than I was used to, and I just didn't expect how long it would take to actually get 10,000 steps in a day. But we're here now, and let's just kind of go over first where 10,000 steps a day came from, and kind of like what people online, like health organizations and people who did studies and stuff like that, what they say about 10,000 steps a day. According to the NIH, the National Library of Medicine, it says that walking 10,000 steps a day over 12 weeks can improve your mental and physical state, which they did a study on around 30 people, which is not a large sample size. But there's hundreds of these studies out there, but that's just the one that they had put on their site. So it's saying that physically and mentally your health should improve. So it's supposed to help with sort of depression and anxiety and things like that somehow, as well as obviously your physical state will get better because you are more active. That correlates. And then if we go to Harvard Health Publishing, which I do like to look at what the colleges put out because that is where a lot of our research, you know, ends up coming from, is places like that getting funding. But they say that 10,000 steps a day goes back to when Dr. Lee, in 1965, a Japanese company made I'm going to say this wrong, manpokai, which it translates to 10,000 steps a day meter. So this was a marketing aspect to try to get people to be more health conscious, but also buy their product. So this is just a random number they came up with. And doesn't 10,000 just sound like a nice number instead of 7,000? But yeah, that's where it came from. It was all like a fake marketing tool. There was no actual science base around that. And looking at some of the information that they give on their website, it says sedentary women average around 2,700 steps a day, which is correct for me. I have to work, and I work at a desk, and I have to drive to work because I don't live in a walkable city. So that is about right for me at least. Women who average 4,400 steps a day have 41% reduction in mortality. And mortality rates progressively improve before leveling off at around 7,500 steps a day. So they're saying that around 7,500 steps a day, which is 25% less than the 10,000 steps, is about where you'll see the same health benefits as if you're getting 10,000 steps. So what they recommend is whatever your current steps are, don't try to I guess if you don't have a tracker, you're not gonna know, but even your phone, if your phone's always on you, you can see how many steps you average a day. It says to increase it by 2,000 steps and try to hit that 7,500 steps a day mark. So as an example, during this challenge, I had 2 concerts that I went to, and I parked the farthest away that I could from where the venue is, as well as instead of taking the elevator, this is at Disney Springs, so there are elevators when you do the parking garage. Instead of doing the elevator, I took the stairs through each level until I made it to my destination. So small things like that, if you're able to, will help add in those steps kind of easily. You're not going to get 10,000 steps, I can tell you that, but that will help add the 2,000 steps, and that's kind of like the starting point. So if you're only getting 2,700 steps a day, like it says the average person will get, add 2,000 steps to that. So try to make your goal 5,000 steps for the day, and then slowly build your way up to something that's manageable, because honestly 10,000 steps a day is not. I did this for the past 30 days. I failed on the very first day because I have a sedentary job. Like I don't move a lot, and I am still an active person. I go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week, but walking is harder to get in when you work full-time. Overall, you don't need 10,000 steps a day. What you need is just more movement. And there's a lot of people on YouTube and online that will tell you that you need to get 10,000 steps a day and how it changed their life and everything like that. But really, you just need to be more active than what you currently are. Now, if you're already super active, obviously you wouldn't be watching this video, I guess. But yeah, just start slow, start baby steps. It's not going to help you if you end up hurting yourself by trying to add too much in. If you can't make 10,000 steps a day, don't. Get to the 7,500 steps a day. Now, if you make 15,000 steps in a day, that's great. That's more activity, there's nothing bad with more activity, but just don't push yourself so much that you end up hurting yourself. I have some pros and cons. I like to write stuff down. So we're gonna start with the pros. I feel like I have more stamina after starting this. It was not easy in the beginning. I honestly feel like the 75 soft challenge was easier most days than having to do this, which doesn't make any sense, but just having to think all day of when I can get steps in was a lot. I have noticed when I am doing my weightlifting in the gym, my legs do feel stronger, and they don't kind of tense up as much. And when I am doing certain workouts, they just look thinner, and I don't know if that's because I've already lost weight and I just didn't notice before. I do feel like I'm able to do more now than I was just with weightlifting. Obviously, the health benefits, you're not gonna notice that right away. That's gonna take time. The first study was 12 weeks. This was 4 weeks, basically, 3.5, 4 weeks. You're not gonna notice those kinds of health benefits. That's more underlying, longevity kind of health benefits. And then as an added pro, I started running. I'm not good at it. I'm about at a 14 to 15 minute mile, and that's because of my asthma. And my goal is to get a 10-minute mile eventually, but I did sign up for a 5K, and I am gonna train to do that. And I think that's one of the biggest pros that came out of this, is I found another exercise that I actually enjoy doing, because you get bored. So I have something to work towards. And then some cons. My knee hurts a lot. I have a bad left knee. I hurt it when I was doing CrossFit in college with the higher intensity, because I was doing some running. On the walking days, it only hurt if I went for too long, but my knee does hurt with the added activity. I've had to do more stretching and kind of, the muscle rub stuff on it, the icy hot and stuff like that. So that is a con if you have bad joints or bad bones. If you're broken like me, just take it easy to start with and try to build up that muscle. But yeah, my knee hurts almost all the time right now. I did notice that I am more hungry throughout the day. I feel like I'm burning a lot of calories when I am constantly trying to move and get steps in. So I have noticed that I am more hungry. I feel like I didn't get a lot of rest because I was constantly stressing about getting 10,000 steps and moving and everything else. And the sun goes down at 5:30 now. So I get off at 4. I felt like I was trying to rush home to get changed, to go to the park to get all of that done before the sun went down, which was not easy. So yeah, I just felt like I didn't get much sleep or anything like that. So a con for that is it wasn't really good life, work, balance, workout, any balance, I guess. I would wake up, I'm not a morning workout person. You can't get me to wake up at 5 a.m. I can barely wake up at 6 for work sometimes. Waking up early is not for me. I cannot do it. I have tried for years and I hate it. I am exhausted through the day and I just do not like how I feel throughout the day when I wake up that early. But I'm not a morning workout person, so I would wake up, go to work, and then I would come home and have to rush to get to the park, walk for an hour to hour and a half, and I felt like I had no time to do anything myself. Like the days I had concerts, it was hectic to try to get those steps in, and it was just it's not easy. I would say overall, start small. Start with adding 2,000 steps to your daily routine. And a lot of that can just be simple things. That's, you know, you can do a 10-minute walk outside, or you can, I walked around my pool table to get the steps in the day. So start small, do around 2,000. You don't need to make 10,000 steps a day. If you want to, go for it. I know some days I'm gonna reach 10,000 steps because I'm training for a 5K right now, but it doesn't have to be every day. Try to make it to that 7,500 steps a day, because that's where the studies are showing the health benefits up to that point. Yeah, I would say overall, 10,000 steps a day isn't bad to get, but it's not necessary. And it was very exhausting doing this for 30 days. But thank you guys for watching me and hearing me ramble. If you have any other suggestions of videos you'd like to see, let me know and I will try to post them. I try to post what you guys are commenting that you want to see, and then I have other videos in the future that I have written down that I want to do eventually. So, but yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video for Christmas time. And if that video is already up, I will put it here. If not, check out my other videos that I did.